In this podcast episode, Shaolin Master Shi Heng Yi shares his journey and insights on life. Growing up in Germany, he was introduced to Shaolin Kung Fu at a young age and developed a passion for martial arts. Along the way, he discovered the connection between physical practices and the state of mind. He emphasizes the importance of self-awareness and observing oneself to understand the root of feelings of inadequacy. Shi Heng Yi also discusses the concept of balance and the need to find harmony in life. Shi Heng Yi explains that he was introduced to Shaolin Kung Fu at a young age and has been practicing it for 36 years. Initially, his focus was on developing physical abilities such as flexibility, strength, and speed. However, as he continued his practice, he began to realize that the state of his mind was also being influenced by his martial arts training. He discovered that the way he perceived the world and dealt with stressful situations was connected to his physical practices. This led him to explore the concept of psychosomatic issues, where suppressed emotions and feelings can manifest as physical symptoms. Shi Heng Yi believes that by taking care of our bodies, we can also access and take care of our minds and emotions. Shi Heng Yi emphasizes the importance of taking care of our bodies in order to access our minds and emotions. He explains that our physical and mental states are interconnected, and by developing physical abilities, we can also influence our mental state. He suggests that by observing ourselves and becoming more conscious of our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, we can start to understand the connection between our past actions and our current state of being. He encourages listeners to take the time to reflect on themselves and identify areas where they can improve. By doing so, they can take control of their own lives and shape their future selves. Shi Heng Yi believes that observing oneself is a crucial step in personal growth and development. He suggests that by taking the time to observe our thoughts, words, and actions, we can gain insight into our own behavior and patterns. This self-awareness allows us to make conscious choices and take responsibility for our own lives. He explains that this process of observation can help us understand the connection between our past actions and our current state of being. By realizing that we are exactly where we need to be based on our past actions, we can empower ourselves to make positive changes for the future. Shi Heng Yi addresses the common feeling of inadequacy that many people experience. He suggests that this feeling often stems from societal influences and cultural expectations. He explains that from a young age, children are separated and graded based on their academic performance, which can create a sense of not being good enough. He believes that this feeling of inadequacy is further perpetuated by the constant pursuit of external validation and success. However, he encourages listeners to challenge these beliefs and realize that true fulfillment comes from within. He suggests that by observing ourselves and focusing on personal growth and self-acceptance, we can overcome the feeling of inadequacy and find true happiness. Shi Heng Yi emphasizes the importance of balance and harmony in life. He explains that in order to achieve balance, we must first understand what needs to be balanced. He suggests that balance involves finding the proper ratio between different aspects of our lives, such as work and personal relationships. He encourages listeners to spend more time with themselves and less time on external distractions. By doing so, we can gain a better understanding of ourselves and what brings us joy and fulfillment. He also suggests that balance requires letting go of the constant need to add more to our lives and instead focusing on simplifying and finding contentment in the present moment. Shi Heng Yi emphasizes the importance of recognizing the gift of life and taking care of the body. He explains that our bodies are a gift that allows us to develop and fulfill our dreams and wishes. Without our bodies, we cannot manifest our desires or experience the journey of life. Shi Heng Yi encourages listeners to love and appreciate their bodies, as they are the vehicles that carry us through life. Shi Heng Yi discusses the merging of martial arts and Buddhism. He explains that in martial arts, the focus is on practice and action. It is not enough to simply dream or imagine achieving certain physical abilities. One must take concrete steps and follow step-by-step instructions to develop those skills. Similarly, in Buddhism, the principles of practice and action are also emphasized. Both martial arts and Buddhism require discipline, effort, and work to achieve desired outcomes. Shi Heng Yi believes that the principles of developing oneself physically and spiritually align, making the combination of martial arts and Buddhism a powerful practice. Shi Heng Yi emphasizes that having knowledge or theory is not enough. One must take action and put that knowledge into practice. He explains that while knowledge is readily available to everyone, it is the willingness to put that knowledge into practice that leads to growth and transformation. Without action, knowledge remains stagnant and ineffective. Shi Heng Yi encourages listeners to use their bodies and engage in movement as a way to express life and cultivate personal growth. Shi Heng Yi discusses the concept of manifestation and the power of writing. He explains that in order to bring something from the mind into reality, it must be manifested. This can be done through speaking it out or writing it down. Writing down goals and aspirations can be a powerful tool for making change and bringing them into reality. Shi Heng Yi suggests that writing down intentions and desires helps to give them form and increases the likelihood of achieving them. Shi Heng Yi talks about one-on-one combat and its relationship with balance and harmony. He explains that engaging in friendly sparring or combat can be a way to test oneself and develop balance and calmness. By putting oneself under pressure and experiencing physical challenges, one can learn to stay balanced and calm in other areas of life. Shi Heng Yi believes that the practice of combat helps to cultivate confidence and resilience, allowing individuals to navigate through life's challenges with greater ease. Shi Heng Yi acknowledges the importance of knowledge and education but emphasizes that knowledge alone is not enough. He explains that while knowledge is readily available in today's world, the challenge lies in putting that knowledge into practice. Shi Heng Yi believes that true wisdom comes from the integration of knowledge into one's daily life. He encourages listeners to not only seek knowledge but also to actively use and apply that knowledge in their actions and decisions. Shi Heng Yi discusses the importance of meditation in calming the mind. He explains that without a calm mind, it is difficult to make clear decisions and see things as they truly are. Meditation helps to calm the mind and reduce the wavering and distractions that can cloud one's perception. By practicing meditation, individuals can develop clarity and make better decisions in their daily lives. Shi Heng Yi mentions that their community follows a mainly plant-based diet. While they also make use of donated food, they prioritize plant-based options. He explains that their nutrition is focused on using the body as one unit rather than isolating specific muscle groups. Shi Heng Yi believes that using the body as a whole promotes balance and harmony within the body. Shi Heng Yi acknowledges the importance of rest and sleep. He mentions that his schedule can sometimes disrupt his sleep patterns, but he recognizes the need for rest and tries to maintain a structured routine. He explains that their bodies can learn and unlearn habits, and by establishing consistent sleep patterns, individuals can improve their overall well-being. Shi Heng Yi briefly explains the Four Noble Truths, which are considered the main teachings of Buddhism. The first truth is that life is connected with suffering. The second truth states that suffering arises from greed, hate, and ignorance. The third truth suggests that the end of suffering is possible by eliminating these causes. The fourth truth outlines the Noble Eightfold Path, which consists of 8 areas of life that individuals should focus on to reduce suffering and cultivate wisdom. Shi Heng Yi shares a practical approach to handling grief and loss. He suggests creating a small altar with a picture of the loved one and offering candles and flowers. By spending time in front of the altar, individuals can maintain a connection with their loved ones and honor their memory. This practice allows for the grieving process to occur while also providing a space for healing and remembrance. Shi Heng Yi mentions that he does not plan too far ahead in his life. He explains that he focuses on living in the present moment and making decisions based on what feels right at the time. While he considers the responsibilities of his community, he remains open to opportunities and listens to his intuition when deciding on future endeavors. Shi Heng Yi shares that he rarely cries, but he acknowledges that it is a natural and human experience. He mentions that one of the biggest losses in his life was the passing of his father. However, he honors his father's wishes by not crying and instead focuses on maintaining a connection with his father's spirit through rituals and remembrance. Shi Heng Yi acknowledges that not everyone may choose to live the life of a Buddhist, but he highlights the benefits of its beliefs and meditation practices. He describes Buddhism as a free-flowing philosophy that offers a different perspective on the world. He emphasizes that Buddhism is not about changing one's culture or beliefs but rather about offering an alternative way of looking at the world. By observing oneself and exploring different perspectives, individuals can gain insights into their own suffering and find ways to alleviate it. Shi Heng Yi believes in the importance of sharing knowledge and teachings with others. He emphasizes that this sharing is not about changing others' cultures or beliefs but rather about offering a free alternative perspective. By sharing insights from different traditions and cultures, individuals can expand their understanding of the world and find new ways to navigate their own struggles. Shi Heng Yi acknowledges the presence of suffering and hardships in the world, particularly in cities like London. He describes a feeling of discomfort and disease that can be experienced in certain places. However, he believes that by observing oneself and exploring different perspectives, individuals can find ways to address and overcome their own suffering. He emphasizes that Buddhism, or any other belief system, is not about eradicating all pain in the universe but rather about finding ways to navigate and alleviate personal suffering. Shi Heng Yi advises individuals who are currently struggling not to give up. He shares his belief that giving up should never be an option and that perseverance is key to personal growth. He draws from his experience in martial arts and life, stating that making mistakes is not a problem as long as one learns from them. He encourages individuals to constantly develop themselves and to use their wisdom gained from past experiences to make better decisions in the future. He emphasizes that life is not meant to be easy, but by embracing challenges and constantly learning, individuals can grow and find fulfillment. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe.